So IFAST was one of the top fintech stocks in Singapore in 2020 and 2021, rising from $1 all the way to like $8, more than 7-8 times. But what happened was over the past few months, we have seen weakness, and a lot of people have been asking me, is it time to get in on IFAST now that it's have came down by quite a fair bit, it's really cheap, it's discounted, is it time to get in, or can we potentially still see more weakness coming through? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier MyZero trader in Philips Securities, and in this video we're talking about IFAST, alright, whereby we look at the chart, we even look at the system that I have to see what it says, if there could be more downside, if yes, where could we potentially head to. But before we go into that, I'd like to share with you a quick platform, and this video is sponsored by BReach. Actually, I'll be doing like a live stream with that. I'll share with you guys more details, but this is a platform, pretty much an app, you can check it out, alright. That's where it's like something like a social platform, but it's pretty much focused on stocks. You can check out some of the articles by some of the investment experts over there. There's some short videos, you can check them out and you can learn a little bit as well. I think there are some online courses as well. There's a chat room, you can chat up several experts, you can ask questions, right? So do check out this app called BReach. And yeah, there are even some free courses as well from like entry level to expert, right? So do check it out, alright? And I'll be doing like a live stream with them on the 23rd of June, alright? 23rd of June. I'll just share with you guys the link a bit. But what you want to do is go to download this app, go to App Store or Google Play or the Android, alright? Click on it, I'll just place the link just below the video, alright? Click on it, just scroll down, download this app, and this way you're able to join this live stream on this app whereby I will share with you some of the top ideas, right, to watch in 2022, right? So let me just show you what I'll be sharing. So they have invited me to do a live stream on their platform, just to pretty much share about some top Singapore stocks, and this is pretty much the title: how to geometrically grow your stock portfolio by more than 20% in 2022, alright? With these top 5 SG stocks, even if you have never opened a single chart. Alright, so this is what we talk about, alright? And the date of the live stream will be on 23rd of June, alright, 2022, Thursday at 8 p.m. Singapore time. So if you're free, go ahead to download the app, right? Check them out, and that's where you'll receive a notification when we go on live on the 23rd of June, Thursday, 8 p.m. You'll receive a notification to join the live stream, and that's where I will kind of like engage with you as well, right? And share a bit more on some of the top stocks that you can watch in 2022, alright, despite weakness in the markets. Okay, so let's get back to IFAST, right? And this video I'll be talking about IFAST. As I say, we had seen a really good move for IFAST in 2021, even 2020, alright, from like $1, $2 all the way to about $8, and then we started to see signs of weakness, with it breaking some of the key support level like this $8 level, and that's where we started to see the trend turning from like up to down, right? So when we kind of like broke the $8 level somewhere in like January at the beginning of 2022, I kind of like did a few videos as well on it, and you can see that we kind of started to point down, alright, the moving averages in the short term. This 20 days kind of like point down, went below the 100 days moving average, and eventually you can see this 100 days moving average line also kind of like went below the 200 days moving average. So not a good sign in terms of the short to mid-term trend turning down. In fact, we can actually draw what we call a downward sloping, let me just go to draw this downward sloping, what we call a channel resistance line for you right here. You can see forming what we call lower highs. So when we form like lower highs, it can show weakness, right, whereby each time it rebounds up, right, sellers are out, right, to push prices lower, and it doesn't even go back to that original high, right? It just goes back up a little bit, and sellers come back and defend it and push prices down. So we are seeing what we call lower high. So this is like the high at about like $10, right? From $8 to $10 was just moving up and down for about 5 to 6 months, and we kind of like broke the $8. You can see another high here, another high, another high, another high. So you can see lower highs as we hit lower and lower since like October peak when we hit around that $8 mark. So right now it's about like $4, right? It's like $4. So I think I have a lot of people asking me, hey Joey, now it's like 8, I mean, it's 8, it became 4, it's like almost half price, 50% discount. Should we think about getting in? It's like super cheap right now. I would say that over the past, let me just go to zoom in for you what has happened over the past like 2 weeks. We have seen actually a consolidation, alright, from about the 450. Look at this right here. Let me just draw it for you. You can see that we were actually consolidating from 450 all the way to about the $5. So $5 was actually a psychological support level, right? That was pretty much like a green line, a green psychological support level, and we kind of broke this $5 level. So not a good thing. I mean, when we break the $5 level, you can see that sellers actually came back and pushed it back down, and then we were like consolidating from 450 to $5 for like about 2 months, right? From like about April all the way to like June. Up, down, 50 cents range. And what happens was over the past few weeks, we managed to break that 450 level as well. Of course, the market was weak as well. Dow Jones sold off by more than 300 points. STI sold off by more than 40-50 points. And of course, this was not spared as well. But we broke this 450 support level. And that's where the selling actually started, or all the way down, hit our target about $4. So $4, I think that is key, all right, even though we have kind of like reached like half price. I mean, it was like $8. In fact, it was like even $10 at the peak, right? But yeah, we have came down by quite a bit now, more than 50-60%. Even though we have like came down a bit and people are thinking that it's cheap, I think you just want to be careful, because this $4 level, you can see that it's pretty much back to where we were in 2020. All right, in November, we were pretty much kept below it as well. We sold off, and this was originally the resistance level. You can see we came down here, and when we broke this level in like January 2021, just last year January, right? And that's where the upside really started, right? And it was a really good uptrend, of course, right? But now this $4 would be kind of like the resistance turned support level. So as you can see right here, resistance level, resistance we broke up, and now it has become like what we call a support level. So over the past few days, we have seen a little bit of bargain hunting. You can see it might kind of like stage a rebound as well. I mean, if the market starts to rebound, I mean, it could be a short-term technical rebound all the way back up, maybe to like 450. That's where some, I think, potential selling pressure can come back again right here. Let me just go to draw some upside rebound target. So I think if you want to buy, I mean, some people are saying that you want to buy and stuff, it's possible, right? I mean, to see like a technical rebound. I wouldn't say like it would like rebound like all the way up in like a few weeks or what. Not really. I mean, it might just rebound a little bit to like the 450. So 450 would be kind of like the short-term resistance for now. Anything below 450, to be honest, is still in a firm downtrend. All right, we probably don't want to be buying, because it can just go down lower and lower, all right? And especially if the $4 support were to break down, that's where we can see more selling. So it's a bit more short. I think if it does rebound a bit up to like 450, 440, that's where you can take like a short positions to ride the downside further. Or maybe if it does break the $4, that's where more selling can happen, all the way to maybe $3, $3.50. That's what that could potentially happen again. So if you're looking to buy, I mean, for a quick rebound, for that 20, 30, 40 cents kind of upside, you can do it, I mean, but just make sure you have a stop loss, because as I say, if $4 were to break down, we can potentially still see more weakness. And I mean, this is pretty much a downtrend, so we try not to buy in a downtrend. If you really want to do it, I mean, yeah, it could rebound, but we are kind of like going against the trend. So just be careful, have a stop loss if the $4 to break down, get out in case it starts pushing lower and lower. All right, and in terms of the short term as well, you can see that this green line, all right, this 20 days moving average, as it was consolidating, right, from like $4.50 to $5, this green line actually started to just like flatten out a little bit as it was like moving sideways. But over the past few days, you can see that this green line has started to point down, right? So prices below this green line pointing down. In the short term, it just doesn't look that strong, all right? And there could be a potential that it might break the $4 psychological support level, and that's where more selling can actually happen, all right, all the way to maybe 3 to 350. All right, so just take note of this counter IFAST, all right? Probably just want to be more careful. Don't want to think about buying. Maybe you can think about taking like short position using what we call CFD, contract for difference, on any rebounds back to some of the resistance, like the 450, maybe even the $5. I think that's where selling can actually come back again. All right, so let's take a look at the system that I have to see what it says. And we had actually a couple of bearish signals since the beginning of the year. Let's take a look at it right now. All right, so this is IFAST on my 1GT, one good trend system that I have. That kind of like filters out stocks like this for us, and also guides us on entry and also exit. All right, so as I say, IFAST was one of those really good 2020, 2021 stocks in the fintech sector. The tech stocks was doing well. It was doing well as well, and we had a couple of really good bullish signal. You can see since September, June 2020, a couple of good bullish signal. There was one in like 4th of Jan 2021. Look at the push up from like $3 to $6, and consolidated. Another bullish signal went up. All right, but somewhere around like I would say October, right? October, we had the first kind of like a bullish signal that started to play out. You can see we broke the $9, and of course I talked about the $8 level that broke down as well. Another bearish signal came out as well, and the trend bar, you can see that this green bar right here is the trend bar. I mean, it's like green means it's good, it's uptrend, but you can see that we kind of like turn from an upwards direction uptrend to a downtrend somewhere around like November 2021, just last year, right before all the heavy selling actually came back. So when you kind of like turn from uptrend to downtrend, and you see a couple of bearish red arrow pointing down, bearish signals, yeah, that's where you want to be careful. I mean, as I say, if you break the $8, we can see a bit more weakness. So yeah, a couple of bearish signal went down, from like 8 to like what $6. Another bearish signal went down, and this is pretty much back to where we are right now. Okay, let me just go to I'm not go too far, but I think this is pretty much where we are right now. We got another bearish signal in about 580, went down, another bearish signal. So this is where we are. We had a couple of bearish signal, and the most recent ones on the 25th of May, all right, 25th of May, just a few weeks back, all right, 25th May 2022, and like a red arrow pointing down. So not a good thing. I mean, as I say, that there are no exits. So this is like a white arrow pointing up. It's an exit. That means like, yeah, it's probably good to get out, to lock in some profit. If you have taken like a short position, that means if you have taken a short position, you go down, you can buy back. All right, that is an exit. All right, not exit to when you're buying and hoping and you exit, but more like, you know, exit from that bearish signal. All right, from the bearish signal, this is an exit from this bearish signal. It can mean that, you know, some buying pressure, some bargain hunting is coming back. You can also start to buy a little bit, all right, to get out, to lock in some profits on that short position. So now we had a bearish signal. There are no exits, so it means that there could potentially still be a bit more selling. As I say, we are right at $4. This is slightly a reversal candle, something like a spinning top. So as I said, we might actually see a little bit of rebound from $4 because we had this candle right here. If we go above that 410 or 415, maybe a bit of upside to like 430, 440, 450 capped. All right, and that's where selling can actually come back again, all right, based on this reversal signal. But it's only like 1 day, it's only 1 day. So we'll see, right? If the $4, as I say, were to break down, that's where I think this bearish signal can start to play out further. We might still see more selling all the way to like $3.50, $3, I don't know. All right, we'll see whether there would be an exit signal that comes out based on this bearish 1GT signal. Right, so this is IFAST on my 1GT system, pretty much in the downtrend, bearish signal, and there are no exits yet on this bearish signal. So yes, I've pretty much done a quick analysis of IFAST and what it says on my system. So I hope you have a clearer picture of what to do right now if you're holding on to the stock. Maybe you could take, like, as I say, short positions to ride more weakness, right? So if you want to find out some of the stronger stocks, sector that's in play right now, as I say, you can join this live stream that'll be happening on the 23rd of June, all right, 2022, Thursday, 8 p.m. That's where how you can dramatically grow your stock portfolio with some of the top Singapore stocks and sector to watch in 2022, right? So go ahead to download, all right, this app, as I say, Be Rich. I'll place the link below. Scroll all the way down, all right, download this app right here. It's on the App Store, Google Play as well, and that's where you can kind of join the live stream. You'll receive a notification when we go live as well. So I've been invited by this app mobile platform to just do a live stream to share a bit on some of the top stocks, and I look forward to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Joey here. Take care.